A Letter to My Children, Audiobook, August 9th, 2022, 6:34 Central Time. This work was written to address some of the pivotal issues within the Black community. It was written to be a guide for the next generation and to provoke thought as we hold each other accountable for what we do and do not do. The key subjects addressed are communication and relationships, success and career development, and peer pressure and conflict resolution. This philosophical poetry book is one of 3 pieces. The remaining 2 are the film and the album. To the next generation, it will not be easy and it will not be fun, but it will be worth it. I ask you, how far are you willing to go for it? When they say no, will you be stable and unwavering, or buckle underneath the pressure like so many before you? How you respond in either direction on a consistent basis ultimately determines which energy you attract toward you. I wrote this book with death in mind, in case anything happens. No, for when something happens. This literary work is a composition I pray I will be able to read to my children when they are ready. Ready to listen, ready to comprehend, ready to deduce, ready to ascertain, and ready to understand. A Letter to My Children. Page 5, stay true. Wait, before you go, will you stay true? Love is power, don't fear it. Past scars make it easier to steer it away with a big push. 2 files will change lives. When you speak positivity instead of lies. Hate burns the tongue, evil's favorite spice. Now you're looking at life like why? Where's my riches in paradise? My 40 acres and a house that's nice, but you didn't stay true. How could that be? Look twice. Being blessed when you jeopardize so many lives. God sees all even thoughts, ignoring the sincerity that you had bought. So when the time comes, will you stay true? Love, patience, and faith, priceless things are what it takes, is what you need to stay true. Because it's hard to look past, are the drinks, cash, and blunts being passed. So what will you do when temptations are calling to you? Will you be you and stay true, or trip over yourself like some untied shoes? It's hard, I know. Evil works harder when you are chose, but will you stay true? No love, page 6. They say, no love, only money. 'Cause can't no one ever take it from me. They say, no love, only money. 'Cause can't no one ever take it. My drive, desire to ride and strive to do better. Rather uplift than shoot Berettas. Rather marry a queen than sleep in many feathers. Many sheets that tells me that she creeps in, I know. That's okay though, 'cause who on earth wants to wear a halo? I do. And prove to move smooth and slow and show more than nothing. I look up and know I'm blessed like Thanksgiving stuffing. Tangible objects bring stress, while praying is the test you are loved. Hate will leave holes in you like a broken glove, while they shrug off hugs in a society scared to be loved. Take steps, push through stress and know another day's another test. Now listen, what do they say? You hear them. What do they say? They say, no love, only money. 'Cause can't no one ever take it from me. They say, no love, only money. 'Cause can't no one ever take it. Patience, page 7. They say move faster. No, wait. Move slower. No, hurry up and move faster. What's the proof? Who truly loves you when even family abuses you? God knows the problem. Like a mathematician, will solve them. Flip negativity like a fraction, the reciprocal. Those who know truth will show them tell, while they excel and avoid jail. It's hell when you're innocent but can't make bail. To God you pass while the world says you fail. So what's the cost of heaven and the fee for hell? In a world where they hardly show but always tell. They influence crime, then protest a blood trail left by police. But what about the beef left in the streets? Is it wrong? Killing for a color, red or blue. Both mixed with white makes police lights and that flag. Now picture that. Dying for nothing while we killing for that flag. Killing for nothing while we dying for that flag. Now picture that. Killing for a color, red or blue. Is it wrong? Affirmations, page 8. I said I'm me, and I love myself. And I love myself. I said I'm great, and I love myself. And I love myself. I said I'm cool, and I love myself. And I love myself. I'm incredible, and I love myself, and I love myself. Look at the moon. Look at the sun. Another day, another chance to shine like them. No, shine like you. Be yourself. That's best for health and best for self. Love yourself. Love yourself. How can you love anything else with no love for self? You are loved. Look above and feel God share unconditional hugs. Accountability. Page 9. Don't point and laugh. That's how you finish last. Love, patience, and faith runs dry like a desert flask. Show love and keep moving. Hold all accountable, both young and old. Keep intentions true, cherish your soul, and learn to trust your decisions while understanding unless you change, nothing is different. Lead by example, speak little, more listening. Learn and grow. Internal peace once you are free from hate and insecurities. Love him, then love she. Love us, then love we. With love, you will succeed. Are you clutch? Page 10. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. It's time to wake up and realize that you are loved. Are you clutch? Life is easy. March Madness free throws. At the line, staring at life through God's peephole. Don't quit, because the world hopes you miss. Because they have their brackets picked, eager for that $1 million hit. They think you making it means their hopes will end, because they are waiting for quick money to spend. Let's see something different than gold and shoe stores, fame, planes, and cars galore. Let's make money and save it, while working together to change it. Let's work as one to do so much more, while keeping truth, love, and accountability as the core. Love, page 11. Love is in abundance, not for sale. It seems these days hate makes you excel. Now it seems cool not to care. Making people uncomfortable when you stare. God, thank you for putting us here and giving us ample love with plenty to share. Look at the sky, stay true, because only God loves you. Now move and do what you are meant to do as you trace your steps out so the youth too will know how to improve. Temptations, page 11. Fight temptations, they are calling to you. It's hard, I know. Evil works harder when you are chose. Look at the media, what do they show? Everything that God says to oppose. Temptations will call like debt collectors, hoping you answer the phone. Ooh-wee, so tempting until you hear God say don't do it, be steadfast in prayer. Once they get close, others follow. Same sins that causes you to feel hollow. Give in and feel alone like a midnight owl. Who really loves who? When one power steals you right, causing you to take lefts of truth, and the other lets you win with a big grin, because the truth was there to begin. Are you different? Page 12. Look around, so few left. With money comes so much stress. With blessings comes the next test. Are you different or just like the rest? Squandering resources for attention with no mission, aiming for no target and still missing. Pay attention and learn from the past. Save and allow the blessings to last. Why you zoom past temptations, high air balloons, just gas. Why hoping those who need it? Are you conceited or feel defeated? Are you relevant or decadent? Do you help the rest or just neglect? Look around, so much going on. Bored? Grab the phone and scroll on and on and on. What do you see? I see nonsense, pain, neglect, and no respect for anything at all. Why they fall like autumn. Autumn kids playing with fofos and a goldfish and asking, do you got a 2-minute action leading to a 10-year sentence? What's the mission? What's on the wish list? Is it pies and washing dishes or college transcript? Is it fame galore or cars and much more? What's the mission? What's the vision? Are you different or just like the rest? Lessons, page 14. Gaze up and thank God for today, because evil praying that we all misbehave. Sometimes learning hard is the best way. Stay out the dark, daywalker like Blade, and keep faith like Solomon, 12 years a slave. It seems these days we slave to get paid and not saved. Spend for bragging rights saying we slayed. I heard saying you played like a game of EA when you kicked it like FIFA. Me? I don't want stripes, no wearing Adidas, while my community is filled with zebras. Upset police mistreat us while killing each other, dodging preachers and bleachers because they all want to play. But at the end of the day, they didn't have the grades. Distractions, page 15. Eyes closed, keep your eyes closed to the world. Ears closed, keep your ears closed to the world. Mouth closed, Keep your mouth closed to the world. Distractions, 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 distractions. Young dude talking 22. 2 jobs and goes to school. Ambitious, performs too. Wife and daughter at home, and they know to progress he must spend nights alone. One particular night after a show, X hit his phone. He looks up at the sky and knows he is chose and says no. Temptation's trying to get me to slip and relapse. I have to pass. I have to fall back off that. Young woman is so beyond this. She is working hard in school to become an orthodontist. This Friday night she studies for the test. The final grade she needs, this is it, no regrets. Her friends say, come out girl, you need a break. To enjoy life, you know this is what it takes. But she knows it's more fun to stay home and says no, you fake they say. And on that test, she made an A. Eyes closed, keep your eyes closed to the world. Ears closed, keep your ears closed to the world. Mouth closed, keep your mouth closed to the world. Distractions, 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 distractions. Don't you see it? Page 16. Don't you see it? I see the life, whoever wants it. I see the life, won't flaunt it. Don't you see it? I see the life, hard to obtain. I see the life, put down the blame. Wake up tomorrow without the sorrow. Responsibility shoots fast. Quick draw, Wild Wild West. Turn your back, 7 steps. First to turn, first to learn about life's regrets. Life's deepest secrets held by death. Who invites you to pay your debt. A dinner date, candlelight and steak. But wait, this could be your last plate. Do you see it now? Near the journey's end, no money to spend, no family or friends. Don't cry now, don't regret the sin. Just know that in the end, God was your truest friend. Faith, page 17. If God is who I trust, then why do I feel the need to rush, to let you control? You tell me to push forward without shattering the threshold of perceived control. Let go and fall free from things we deem worth the time in our minds, and be free from everything. Let go of regrets and what ifs. The thoughts will split faith like a spliff, or banana fudge and ice cream mix. I trust you, yet I rush to know who, what, when, why, and where, while realizing that success is the ability to leave others with seeds. Seeds that bloom food for thought, to be served to the malnourished youth, only with faith. Free. Page 18. What does it mean to be free? Who am I supposed to be? Am I right for being like you, while wrong for being like me? What comes next when a step of faith places me in outer space? They say I can't breathe, but I move free. They say come back, while space says be me. Who should I believe? One that can run miles with no feet, or one that wants steak but no beef? Who is me? I am me. A man, a husband, and a father, can't you see? One that is right for being like me, one that moves free, one that runs miles with no feet, and one that wants steak with all the beef. Who am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be me. Free. From him, page 19. I don't want to talk about the basics. Congress and branches of government run the world, but we can change it. I'd rather not speak on someone else, unless it's positives or wishing them great health. Life is crazy. Underage kids having babies, raised in broken homes, fathers acting ghosts. You've seen it lately. Don't blame the serpent for biting the apple. The lack of faith, temptation, and greed cause this battle. Evil uses words and empty promises, while God pulls strings that are so astonishing. We are responsible for us. Take control. I was a man of the house at 1 second old. Help the helper and aid others. It seems when you do, you're left all out with no covers. Love mothers, sisters, and brothers, all the same. It's hard to do. Read the story of Abel and Cain. This life's a stage, show love, while being judged by the one below and the one above. Silence, page 20. War wounds from the battle humbles me. Only fear shall be God, work together to get far. Don't show much, only words and vibrations they feel. Our community is confused still on the perception of being real. Is real flashing still or a school bill? 300 for shoes? Outside communities charge us to be cool. Keep pushing all alone. Born alone, work alone, die alone. That's life. Wrong. I'd rather have a wife raise kids in a stable home, show them love and support, so the meaning of each won't be distorted. Believing in frauds, no IRS. Look to God, you are blessed. The First Stone, page 20. Don't depend on help, because who when you call when you are all by yourself? Know that I love you. Lucifer, Cain, Judas, murderers and shooters, who am I to blame? That snub nose 38. It was cold as a North Pole penguin's face, so heavy with responsibility, her to help the world. How my head doing swirls, I wasn't ready. The weight had my arms like wet spaghetti. The weight crashing on me like broken levees. My soul said, Omari, don't do it. Evil wants you to slip. I pictured tears in my mother's eyes during court, while my family cried during sentencing. Poof, there goes my life. Little chance for a beach in paradise, since the judge gave me 25 to life. Now who helps who when the help was the proof? Now you're forced to look at life through the warden's view. And all I really had to do was sit back and be patient. Look to the sky, God told me to keep waiting. Look at the people and know you have to save them from vanity labels and big corporations. Haters, page 22. Weed them out. Wherever you go, whatever you do, they will be there, lurking, watching, documenting, and observing. Weed them out. They come out when resources are in abundance, where the cameras and attention come. Know that they will be there. Know that they will smile at you, begging to shake your hand, while at the same time mock you and gossip about you, as they scheme and plead for your downfall. Know that they will be there, in the morning and in the night, during dinner and during breakfast, in the winter and in the summer. Know that they will be there, first to congratulate and last to collaborate. They will come as friends, family, and co-workers. Weed them out. Wherever you go and whatever you do, they will be there, creeping, instigating, deceiving, and distorting. Weed them out. They come out when resources are in abundance, when the camera and attention come. Know that they will be there. Know that they will smile at you and beg to shake your hand, while at the same time mock you, slander your name, and pray for your downfall. Know that they will be there in the afternoon and in the evening, at lunch and at brunch, in the fall and in the spring. Know they will be there, last to collaborate and first to congratulate. They will come as friends, family, and co-workers. Haters. The reality. Page 23. Every step I take toward my death is another toward my success, and so I step. This is the reality. The reality is that when their community sees me, they become frightened and feel uncomfortable, while hoping and praying for my detriment. And at the same time, when my community sees me, they become inspired and feel encouraged, while cheering for my success and progress, not because they have seen someone like me, but because they have never seen anyone like me. This is the reality. The reality is that I'm not supposed to exist, a glitch in the matrix. He who was born a man of the house in the 21st century, he who became a husband before becoming a father, raising children in a loving, committed relationship, he who is with another that looks like him. This can't be the reality. Omari, find you a white woman. It will be easier for you, trust me. She'll be more professionally advantageous, and she won't stress you out as much or even talk back as often. She'll even make your life easier with her credit and access to loans. Come on, think of the perks. How about this? Try it out and see but they don't look like me. The reality is that the greatest contribution I will ever make is to my community. The commitment to the group of people that looks like me. It is for the next generation who watches me as an example, showing boys how to be men and how to act as such, to pick up their pants and to speak with respect, to think before acting, to be stable and to be consistent, as we build up our women and our children to be leaders within the community. I do this while my wife shows girls how to be women, to carry themselves with dignity, confidence, and self-respect while putting God first, to be patient and disciplined with love until they are ready to bring a child into this world, ready to care and nurture that child, even when exhausted and depressed, even when lonely and hurting, because that child must now come first. It needs love, time, and attention. This is the reality. And as my wife wears her natural hair, I wear mine, while my children wear theirs. And they know without question or hesitation that it is beautiful. The reality is that society feeds off of insecurities. It feeds off of the feeling of constantly adding and changing oneself to feel loved and appreciated, to feel worthy, to feel wanted, to feel important, to feel significant. Don't do that, Omari. That's unprofessional and insensitive. You're risking your career and your reputation, and for what? For people that don't care anyway? And first of all, they're free to wear what they want, when they want, how they want. And if it's wrong and hampering the next generation's future, won't you speak? For those who can't speak for themselves, to them, won't you teach? This is the reality. It's the same intention from TV shows displaying dysfunction but calling it love. It's the same intention normalizing infidelity but calling themselves housewives. Teaching our youth to change their external instead of changing their internal. The external is a manifestation of the internal and vice versa. They watch loud, half-naked women wearing artificial body parts interact with weak, unstable men of vanity. They watch as the men degrade, disrespect, and mistreat the housewives. So what are they portraying about black housewives? This is the reality. The reality is that it depicts the same intention that caused the dysfunction which created the child who watches it, teaching the child who is learning, mimicking, and idolizing what they see, more so what they hear. In this way, the cycle will always continue. This is the reality. The 23rd chromosome, page 28. The world is showing us ideas and concepts, most of which goes against nature. And I feel that now is the time more than ever to be in tune with yourself internally. They say you can be whatever you want, girl, boy, man, woman, shark, plane, eel, etc., but for a price. They talk people into spending hundreds of thousands in order to change something that will never be changed, the 23rd chromosome. People are spending thousands on surgery and pills in order to be something they will rarely be, loved. Being loved starts and ends within. Love is to look in the mirror and to address the trauma, hurt, and pain. Love is to accept what you see, then decide to do better on a consistent basis. Because even with all of that surgery, you will never be able to change the 23rd chromosome. They will lie to you, saying it will make you happy because lying is profitable. They will deceive you, saying it will make your dreams come true because deceit is advantageous. They will even manipulate you, saying this change is the answer to all of your problems because manipulation is lucrative. Why not start within and end within? Why not look in the mirror and say, I am the problem and the solution to all of my issues? Because in the end, you will never be able to change the 23rd chromosome. Someone has to. Page 29. Doing things they have never seen before. No one I know has ever seen before. I have to do it. Society wants things. We fiend for things we don't need. Expensive cuisines and limousines. We'll go on places we've never seen. Inspired by movie scenes. So we live fast trying to increase the speed of success. Or we undress the temptations, which leaves us motionless. Trying to numb the pain of regret when reality shows and the totality of circumstances reveal that we have what we need. Shelter, food, and family. Still, that seems bleak when we see the hype of buying a yacht, but then I stop as I realize someone has to. The mirror, page 30. As I look in the mirror, who am I? What do I stand for? Others died for me to be here. Am I doing the death justice, or am I wasting time and resources? As I look in the mirror, where will I be in 5 years? And what am I doing now to get there? Am I utilizing time management and being efficient? Or am I wasting time and resources? As I look in the mirror, what is my history? Where do I come from? My loved ones, where am I leading them? Toward progression or toward regression? Because there is no middle ground. As I look in the mirror, I realize that I am dying. So what am I leaving behind? How will I be remembered by my community? And most importantly, by my family? What am I influencing, whether progressive or regressive? Because there is no middle ground. As I look in the mirror, I realize that I'm egotistical and prideful, while focused and down to earth. I am accountable and disciplined, while inconsistent and insecure. As I look in the mirror, I realize that I am judgmental and lack confidence, while empathetic and unwavering. I am the sea to the mountain, and the mountain to the sea. As I look in the mirror, I discover that I'm everything and meaningful, while nothing and meaningless. The mirror. The port in the storm, page 32. The port in the storm, my how you're needed. The port in the storm, I wonder if you ever feel conceited. Knowing your importance, I am sure you have an ego. Knowing your necessity, I am sure you are prideful. Yet the port in the storm, you are so practical and so down to earth, never drawing too much attention unless necessary. The port in the storm, you are meaningless. yet so consistent and reliable. You come through when people need you the most, and accept that lives depend on you doing your job accurately. So thank you, the port in the storm. Thank you for what you do, but currently, there is no storm, so we won't be needing you. Actually, the port in the storm, you are not important. You are insignificant unless there is mayhem. So one can say that you are only useful amidst destruction and dysfunction. So the port in the storm, let me ask you, when there is peace and tranquility, what is your purpose? When the sun shines bright in the sky, and as the birds chirp their sweet songs, what is your use? I bet you have self-esteem issues and feel neglected, because no one needs you and no one looks for your help. What's funny is that no one even notices you. I bet you look forward to tumultuous situations so you can feel important and so you can feel significant, because then people will need you. So the port in the storm, I ask you, how do you do it? How are you so peaceful in your isolation and in your undisturbed moments, yet so attentive and diligent when called upon? How do you rise to the occasion on a whim while staying so prepared and diligent? How do you remain confident and sure-footed even when all others waver? The port in the storm, I hate you. I despise what you stand for. Yet at the same time, I cherish you. And thank you for your dependability. The port in the storm, I pray you never leave. While at the same time, I want nothing to do with you. I want you to cease to exist. Promise you will never leave me. Get away from me and never come back until I need you. But I will always need you while never needing you. The port in the storm. What does it mean? Page 34. Don't you dare let nobody say they want your body because it looks good. And you feel so elated because someone has stated that they want you. And you think your speculations are only hesitations to restrict you. So you take a chance in a hurry and try not to worry what to do. Talking about relationships. People in the way we think, be careful. Changes come quick as a blink. Love. How do you know that it's true? When they say to you that my love is stronger than glue. Love. What does it mean? Is it when they try to get in between or when they come to watch your team? Love. It's time without rushing. Support and love without lustfully touching. When moments are enormous and the world seems so dormant in tensions. What are yours? Because even family can be a double-edged sword. So adore and love everything about yours. Keep the mind at home and not on world tours. Love is staying true and wanting more for them than you want for you. Love. How do you know that it's true? When they say to you that my love is only for you. Love. What does it mean? Is it when they buy expensive things or when they support your dreams? Talking about relationships. People and the way we think. Be careful. Changes come quick as a blink. Love. How do you know that it's true? When they say to you that my love is locked like a zoo. Love. What does it mean? Is it when they want to see me or when they want to see the whole family? So you rush into a relationship and notice love turn just like a coin flip. Now you feel bad because you feel had, but be kind. Even though what's on your mind is anger. Because you feel the shame on your name is important. Remember that this world is enormous. Learn from the past that love isn't vast. Love is something meant to last. Love. How do you know that it's true? When they say to you that I need your love like food. Love. What does it mean? Is it when it's just you and me or when it's not you and me, it's we? Love. No weak links. Page 37. In the chain, no weak links. Saddest moments become the happiest. I wonder, since the world is waste, then what's the plunger? God is deemed a facade by those who dodge righteous actsward and act backwards. What do you do? When people want to speak the reciprocal of truth and let temptations jeopardize the view of optimism, positivity, and love for you, things that help fight evil off, while getting lost in a world where help and love cost. Young ones, keep focused, they want to fail you. Watch actions and be weary of what they tell you. Because people burn bridges, then beg for a canoe. Because they see the things that you about to do. Matter your success, and you stay true, and look that success from a keyhole's view. Now they want a favor or two when there are similar chances. Look to the sky, and always stay true, because it's a matter of time before they come for you too. Long-term decisions, page 38. Fame, is it important? Lusting for models who seem gorgeous, and living in houses that are enormous. I don't blame us while live dormant. Bad habits we all face. I'm not perfect. I won't wait. I'm impatient. I'm judgmental. I don't like radio. I'd rather listen to instrumentals. I'm still figuring out what to do with my life. Do I stay with God or chase dollars and fast cars? Should I lead the way or let others take charge? All the same, we all die. Chill and die or die while I try to cause change. While working the shift, thinking, when will all this change? Got me thinking, time to go slaying until I think about long-term decisions. Steps of success. Page 39. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Reach. I wonder, my God, I wonder if we see what's important. Rather seem weird than live dormant. Rather live practical than live enormous, while blessing those who need it. I mean, why be nervous, be ready. Death knocking at your door beating steady. Praying you answer while breathing heavy. Death, I answer with no fear. Fear only when God is near. And whispers in my ear that my time is here. My family, don't shed a tear. Know that my purpose was clear. And that the decision for me was written. To go back home now has me hitting the stars with accuracy and precision. Because my mission had me go fishing. Any kings or queens? We got hundreds in this circle. Knowing internal hate will hurt you. It will lock you up like a strict curfew. Temptations, wanting us to dodge righteous acts that take us far. While we chase foreign cars. Big homes, 4-car garage. Gold, fashion, and fame. Be you, keep intentions true. And know that only God will steer you through the steps of success. The plan, page 40. Walk straight and live your life. Be dedicated and love persistently. Know that things go as planned. No excuses, only action. Look toward the heavens above. Only in God I trust. Yet my demons try to love and tempt me to bust right and steal for a faster meal than what God is cooking. But stand and trust. Know that one power wants you to succeed and the other wants to strengthen your pride and greed. Don't feel lost. Look up and pray every day. God wants you this way, while evil wants you to lose focus and stray. If you feel lost, look up. That's where we are headed. Moving forward with prayer, you won't regret it, as long as you follow through on the plan. Feelings, page 41. How I feel. I feel overwhelmed and disorganized, but I am not. I feel like I am impatient while at the same time moving too fast. I feel like I'm not going anywhere, while going places I've never seen, doing things I've never done. Don't feel too much and don't feel too little. Keep doing the same things better, while doing a plethora of different things. I feel like I'm not sure how to feel. I feel that I need to continue to develop work, plan, and scheme, and to keep documenting how I feel, my feelings. The birth of a man, page 41. I see her. I see how hard Damali works, and how she clocks a double shift, yet still has the energy to come home and care for us. I see how she plans. I hear the pennies bouncing in her room, so I stay away giving her space. I see how she schemes. I see it all. I see how she is mistreated and how she's belittled. I see the difference between a boy and a man. I see how the world interacts with her when a man is around. When Kala is around, they are kind and caring. They show her respect and attentiveness. But when a boy is around, they demean and disregard her. When I am there, they neglect her while berating her. So for you, I will be a man. I see it all. I see how lonely she is, and I see how much she is hurting. I see how she copes with it. I see the looks on their face as they seek to take advantage. But there's no man around. If only a man was here. If only he was here to stop them. If only he was here to keep things under control. I look at my brother, but Nkosi looks to me. I ask him, well, what are we going to do to stop them? But he looks to me for the answer. And at that moment, I ask myself, what am I going to do to stop them? And my answer comes abruptly and forcefully. For her, I'm going to die. And for her, I'm going to kill. There are no options, and there is no flexibility. There is no compromise, and there is no agreement. There is no doubt, and there is no hesitation. There's only initiative, and there's only action. There is only force, and there's only violence. There's only dedication, and there's only commitment. There's only accountability, and there's only responsibility. And I made them stop, as I became what I needed the most, the birth of a man. By design, page 43. I was a father after being a husband, by design, because I refused to give my child the same thoughts I thought, by design, and refused to put another woman through the things I saw my mother go through, by design. Our family tree has plenty kids but few fathers. There are plenty males but few men. There are plenty baby showers and mothers but few weddings and wives, by design. So we made it happen with faith and consistent action. And as it manifested, we broke the generational trend. As it manifested, we shattered the culture norm, both of which were passed down from generation to generation, by design. We overwrote the dysfunction portrayed in the media. We disassembled the thoughts and behaviors that indoctrinated us by outside communities, by design. But me and my family, it was by design. The light of darkness, page 44. In life, it seems that when we are suffering the most, when our resources are dwindling, and when we can't seem to find the answers, we push through and endure. We somehow found that strength to persevere, to subjugate adversity and turmoil, no matter the circumstances, no matter the obstacles. And as we become shrouded in the darkness and feel petrified and unsure, we witness them coming. We witness the claws of the shadows surrounding us, and as they inch closer and closer, we realize that if they possess us, that it could be the end. Yet they get closer and closer. And as we become more and more engulfed in the darkness, our faith in the light grows stronger and stronger. Internally, we know that if we are to save ourselves, something must change, because the ending of one path becomes the beginning of another. And as we look to the higher power for guidance, love, and support, we see the light of darkness. Believe, page 45. Believe and you shall achieve. Do you believe? Or are you blind and can't see? Maybe that's the best way to see. No blinders or preconceptions, no distractions or delusions, no excuses or justifications, just the energy to believe. Will you fold? Will you feel resentful when they don't answer? Or feel ashamed when they don't respond? Maybe you'll be prideful and cut them off. Will you give them time and believe? Believe and you shall achieve. They will hate and they will debate, and they will even congratulate each other when you fail. Know who you are meant to be and believe. Believe that everything happens for a reason, and that sometimes it's not our job to understand. So will you continue to believe that you are exactly where you are supposed to be? Look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you believe? I believe without question. I believe that if I believe, then I will succeed. And so, I believe. The reflection of fate, page 46. Who are you? What is your purpose? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? The traveler in this journey stops by the river while on their journey. And as the moon reveals the reflection, they glimpse upon their worth through the eyes of heaven. The moon symbolizes divine intervention, which lights the traveler's path, while guiding them through darkness and uncertainty. The water symbolizes the nourishment and blessings bestowed unto them from the higher power. So to you, the traveler, realize that everything you have been through and everything you will go through happens not by accident, because there are no accidents. Look at yourself with confidence and love while witnessing the reflection of fate. Reservations, page 47. Wait, is what they say to me. Wait, don't go. But before you leave, let me show you this video and text message proving to you that I got those. I have to go. Success is calling my phone, beating at my door that Amari, it's time to go. Wait a couple seconds. That's all I ask. Look at this video of these cars and cash. All I ask is that you don't leave. I love you, man, I really do. But there's some things that I have to pursue. Some detrimental things that I have to do. I have to leave, man. Wait, where will you go? It's a big world, you know. How will you make it on your own? How will you stay warm in the cold? You don't have to leave. You are selfish for leaving your family. What about us? What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to eat? But since you're going to fall like an autumn leaf, just go. But before you go, please stay. Don't leave. Reservations. You. Page 49. You. Yes, you. It's time to show the people you. It's time to open up and let the people in. It's time to be documented on camera, to show the world what you have to offer. It doesn't matter that you aren't ready. It doesn't matter that you don't like the attention. And in reality, it doesn't matter what you want. Understand that your energy and swag is unmatched, that your purpose and drive is contagious, and that your spirit and stability is unwavering. You, yes you, it's time to show the people, you. The Blue-Eyed Doll, page 49. My children say this one, but I must tell them no. Today they won't understand, but if they did, I would say, prioritize you and those who look like you. Find you a doll that resembles you and cling to it. Know that it is the purest form of beauty for you, because you will see millions of blue-eyed dolls, millions of pale-skinned blonde-haired dolls, and millions of other dolls that look like other people, and that is okay. It's okay to be around people who look differently than you. But what's not okay is that you will also see millions of disfigured and deranged dark-skinned dolls, and a million more dolls that look like the blue-eyed doll but only with darker skin. Few dolls will positively reinforce your vision of beauty. Few dolls will show you that your natural hair and skin and your natural body shape. Few dolls will show you a healthy example of what it means to love yourself unconditionally. Most dolls that look like you will show you dysfunction and debilitation, while teaching you that beauty is everything but you. And when you get tired of looking at so many of those dolls which are intentionally created to be unsightly, that blue-eyed doll will be there, waiting to show you what beauty should be, waiting to show you what you aren't. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that your natural hair should be straight and pressed. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that your brown eyes should be blue or at the worst green. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that your skin is too dark and needs to be lighter. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that the shape of your body is something to be ashamed of. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that beauty is everything but what God has blessed you with. That blue-eyed doll will teach you that her mate should be your mate. And as you get older, society will do its best to confirm and reinforce the teachings of the blue-eyed doll. In the media, and on billboards, and pictures and in movies, that blue-eyed doll will be there to remind you of what you learned at this age. And without realizing it, you'll begin to press your hair, or wear weave for it to be straight. You will wear contacts or get surgery for your eyes to appear blue. You will even get your skin bleached or apply synthetic creams for it to appear lighter, all to look like that blue-eyed doll. So no, my children, put that doll back. I don't mind if you play with it from time to time, because I feel that the blue-eyed doll deserves respect, just like any other doll. But no, I will not buy it. I will not allow it in my house, and I will not allow it to pollute your mind in any way, because one day you will understand and realize the power of the blue-eyed doll. The difference, page 52. In our community, we have two types of political representation, the parasite and the leader. What is the difference between the parasite and the leader? A parasite is one who takes to their advantage, but to the detriment of the community. A leader is one who gives for the advantage of the community, but most times to the detriment of themselves. A parasite provides little while demanding much, while getting ample love, support, and resources. A leader provides much while demanding little, while getting ample scrutiny, hate, and slander. A parasite misleads and deceives. They abuse and neglect, causing trauma. A leader guides and uplifts. They love and support, causing memories. A parasite talks, while their actions exposes their intentions. A leader walks, while their actions reveal their intentions. A parasite says, "It's not my fault." They consistently deflect blame on others, while a leader says, "I have to do better," and consistently takes responsibility. A parasite destroys and manipulates their community for their personal gain. A leader builds and organizes their community for their personal loss. A parasite and a leader can be the same age. They can even look identical. Turn on the TV. You'll see ample parasites. Some are half-naked dancing in videos. Some are displaying expensive lifestyles. And some even teach you destructive ways to achieve success, as the same actions lead to your detriment. Some are even college-educated and wear a suit and tie, all while advocating dysfunction and vanity. The leader will rarely be seen or supported, because they will eventually stop the system which sponsors and endorses the parasite. And if the leader is seen, it is most likely a character assassination tactic used to persuade the masses into thinking that the leader isn't helping them whatsoever. But then we ask them, what is the parasite doing for our systematic progression? We'll be back after a short commercial break. Most people will not want to support or listen to the leader, and most don't care about the difference. But the difference is internal, and the result is external. The difference is progression versus regression. The difference is success versus failure. The difference is love versus hate. The difference is a stable family versus single parenting. The difference is construction versus destruction. So after learning the difference, which are you? And which will you support? The parasite or the leader? From now on, just don't pretend that you don't know the difference. Too good to be true. Page 55. It must be a facade because there is no way you live the life you portray. How did you manifest it while dodging your fate? It's too good to be true. You aren't supposed to be this way. You're supposed to be dead or in jail, with your family living in perpetual dysfunction, is what they think, yet they won't say, because they know better. It's too good to be true. They are upset that I am amazing, that I make superb decisions instead of atrocious mistakes. It's too good to be true. Envious of my maturity and envious of my solidarity, both of which I exude daily. They hate that I stepped up to the plate. It's too good to be true. 2 degrees? No way. 3 kids and a wife who looks like him? No way. Becoming a husband before becoming a father? No way. It's too good to be true. Committed toward building up his community instead of feeding on it for nourishment, like a parasite or a vulture? No way. It's too good to be true. A criminal law firm? A nonprofit? A podcast and an entertainment company? Why do you have so many businesses anyway? It's not like they will succeed. It's too good to be true. Because there is no way he is this reliable, this consistent, and this dependable. It's too good to be true. They are upset that I'm on a different level, both intellectually and spiritually. It's too good to be true. How I don't want or need their confirmation as they desperately seek mine. It's too good to be true. How I don't want their love or their hate. How I don't want their compliments or their criticisms. How I don't want to speak to or interact with. How I consistently stay quiet, letting my work speak for itself as the camera records and tells the story. It's too good to be true. They knock me and throw slick jabs. If I react, they will press charges. They will call me unprofessional and threatening. They will explain how they felt intimidated and that my actions were unwarranted. It's too good to be true. They will explain how they were the victims of my vicious attack and that I am a predator, a deranged animal lacking discipline and integrity. But wait, I ask myself, why? Because they feel overwhelmed by you. The way you speak, the way you dress, the way you walk, and your domineering presence. It's too good to be true. You should change it and do it this way. You should be more open and be more vocal. When I am vocal, they say, I don't like that and I don't like this. The work I present, they quickly dismiss. So I ask, what ideas do you have? They answer, I don't know. Why are you questioning me? You are making me feel pressured and uncomfortable. The only ideas they have are things that I should change. Instead of providing original thoughts about progress, all they have is regurgitated, politically correct statements. Their focus is on tearing me down instead of building all of us up. It's too good to be true. Their focus is on why it won't work instead of what will make it work. Their focus is on how and who instead of what and why. All because it's too good to be true. And I accept it. Society and the media has programmed us. They have programmed us to think certain ways, to assume instead of inquire, to be pessimistic instead of optimistic, to be hateful and judgmental instead of understanding and empathetic. So maybe, just maybe, they are right. Maybe I am too good to be true. AIYANNA, BASHIRI, Israel. Page 59. Understand that you are beautiful. The world sees you and they seek to take advantage. What will stop them? Integrity, self-esteem, confidence, dignity, and self-respect, and faith. They will want you to degrade yourself. They will even give you attention and resources for doing so, then cast you aside and move on to the next person. Your mother and I planned for you. We came together and told each other that we would break them, that we would break the generational trends and culture norms that outside communities have instilled in us, to hate our men and to degrade our women, to sabotage our youth while living in denial. They seek to separate the male using him for private labor. They seek to make the woman economically independent, but only enough to not need the male. My goal is for you to strive to be better than us. And when that happens, your mother and I will have succeeded. All we want for you is to follow our lead and to do better. The world wants to teach you that being a man or a woman is overrated and unnecessary, and that a man is supposed to destroy himself for vanity and pride, and that a woman is supposed to frequently open and expose herself for resources. Those are lies. Your peers will envy you for your traditional values. Even your own community at times will resent you. They will resent you for your strength and consistency. But my children, a family is imperative. A man represents stability and responsibility. His job is to keep his family safe, organized, and secure. A woman represents love and progress. Her job is to keep her family loved, safe, and healthy. Thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. Just continue to be yourself and to stay true to you. Regardless of what you go through, regardless of what they say, just don't let up and continue to progress. Even when it seems bleak and unrealistic, just continue to push and remember that people died for us to be here. So if it's truly important to you, die for it. AIYANNA, BASHIRI, Israel. SHARIFA, page 61. I understand the situation that you have been put in. You are attached to the very thing society despises the most, a man. In society, a man has only caused pain and suffering. He has only caused neglect and trauma. He has only caused pain and betrayal. Due to his actions, the women have had to take on his role. For generations, they have taken care of everything, and I understand. I understand that a culture has been created. The culture's purpose is to keep us separated, because that is what makes other people feel comfortable. That is what makes other people feel safe and secure, and I understand. I understand that I cause a rift in your family. I understand that they do not want me to exist or to even be present. I understand that they are intimidated by my energy and by my passion. I understand that they want me to be subservient and to fall in line like all of the other males in the family, to even seek refuge and cling to them for safety and support. I understand that our family tree strays away from what they are used to. We have a stable, providing, disciplined, and loving man who causes memories instead of trauma, who is committed to both his family and to his community, who is dependable and responsible. I understand. I thank you for being my wife, and I thank you for your strength and understanding. You stay committed to me while supportive of them. Even after the many incidents and many threats, even after my banishment from their family gatherings, you still care for them and help them, and for that I admire you. I admire how you stay so graceful. As you know, they seek to sabotage our unity. They bring gossip to you in the guise of keeping you informed. They slander my name in the guise of caring for you. They even try to hold you back in the guise of keeping you safe. The most disappointing thing for me is how they envy that you have been chosen to do more, chosen to lead by example, and I admire you. I admire you for your strength and your flexibility, and thank you for giving me these beautiful children. Thank you for believing in us, for believing in something neither one of us has ever seen, for believing in something neither one of us has ever experienced, a stable family. To my wife, to my queen, and to the mother of my children, SHARIFA. Supply and demand, page 64. Everyone demands it, but no one can supply it. They can only help you acquire more, but the risk is losing what little you have left, because there are no guarantees. The young think they have plenty, and the old think they have little. But the more you have means the less you have, because now there is anxiety, because now you are desperately searching for ways to acquire more. You are at war internally, knowing that the amount you will have will never be enough. The less you have means the more you have, because now there is no worry, because now you aren't frantically searching for ways to acquire more. You are at peace, knowing that the amount you have will have to suffice. Then we realize the amount of time we have is always more than someone else, while always less than someone else. Supply and demand. Flowers, page 65. Buy flowers while someone can still smell them. Spend uninterrupted time with them instead of being distracted on your phone. Acceptable. Spend thousands on gifts during December, getting things you don't need or want when you struggle to financially stay afloat the whole year. Unacceptable. Buy balloons and decorations. Get a cake with presents for one day, then do little to nothing for the other 364 days. Unacceptable. Pull up, because you know where they stay. Don't tell them you are coming. Just arrive, and give them ample time and attention. Acceptable. Ask them how they are doing in passing. They will say good and ask you, and you will say good. Now the conversation is over. Unacceptable. Be consistent and keep the same energy when they owe you versus you owing them. Acceptable. If you think about them, call them instead of texting them. If you want to tell them something, tell them now and don't wait for the right time, because the right time doesn't exist. Acceptable. Just don't wait until you're dressed in all black. Don't wait until you see them lowered into the ground. Don't wait until they're no longer breathing. Whatever you do, just don't wait until you're buying them flowers. Why I do it, page 66. I do it for the kids who have little hope, because their parents stay strung out on that dope smoke. I do it for the kids who can't wash their clothes, so they wash them in the sink with a bar of soap. I do it for the kids who have great grades, but can't focus in class, friends buried in the grave. I do it to lead my people by example, displaying positive acts that will carry on and travel. We need hope, someone who knows what to do, acts of integrity that will carry through, change the way we think, act, pray, and move, while taking time to prove that what we do helps us improve, instead of doing what they show on the news and on the tube that paints a perspective of who deserves to lose their life and who decides who goes free. Criminal law, that's me. I'm getting that JD. Scholarships, not the newest whip. Business fund, not ice that weighs a ton. Destroy the mind, destroys the time. Not become a puppet who has no ground. Pass that on and you will find a generation who rather mind a prison yard than family time. Creating broken homes instead of a family who was shown what to do. Celebrities claim to love their own while leading the youth down a tumultuous road. Celebrities claim to love the streets but monetize violence, murder, and beef. I do it for the kids who have little hope because their parents stay strung out on that dope smoke. I do it for the kids who can't wash their clothes, so they wash them in the sink with a bar of soap. I do it for the kids who have great grades but can't focus in class, friends buried in the grave. I do it to lead my people by example, displaying positive acts that will carry on and travel. I appreciate you guys for spending this time. This was incredibly difficult for me. This is the first audiobook, and I wanted to have it in a setting where it was more one take, so it feels like a conversation rather than me reading it. If you'll notice, some of these tracks are on the album, and so that's how I'm reading it instinctually. And so I did my best to kind of slow myself down and to make sure I read it instead of rap it. Some community information, the Specificity podcast, many issues in the African American community, Black community, go unresolved and unspoken, which leads to trauma and unnecessary collateral damage. This podcast addresses those issues as we listen and learn from our diverse group of guests who will listen and learn while finding solutions internally as a community. We're in our second season with that one. The season one topics, a few of them, what Black people need from the president, the generational regression from the 70s, 80s until now, how to start our podcast, as well as a clothing line and a few other ones. Season two, some of the topics, the importance of a HBCU, single parenting, child versus parent perspective, suicide and its foundation, military opportunities, and more. So feel free to check that out, the Specificity podcast. The publisher information, Past First Entertainment. Everywhere we look, there are pictures of the Black community conveying dysfunction and regression. While the negative images are ample, the positive images are minimal and almost non-existent. By using films, books, and music, we provide inspiration, encouragement, and hope for the next generation. Inspiration, encouragement, and hope that things will change for the better. And all this is on the website, www.omariaa.com, www.omariaa.com. The last three things, the homicide hotline, the People's Criminal Law, the Peace First Association. The homicide hotline, if you're considering taking the life of another or your own, you can contact 405-254-6557, 405-254-6557. The homicide hotline was created to be a free preventative resource toward lowering both homicide and suicide rates in the community. By offering a calm, respectful voice of reason, we feel that we can counteract and avoid the unnecessary loss of life, one person at a time. The intent is prevention, and the result is hope. The intention with that one is we know we have the mental health hotline, the drug and alcohol abuse hotline, but where's the homicide hotline? And so I decided, instead of waiting for somebody else to do it, to just do it myself. Even if I don't feel like it's successful, it doesn't matter what I think. It just matters that it's a resource that's available to the community. The People's Criminal Law, like you guys heard me say, I'm getting that Juris Doctors, which is your law degree. And I'm going to use it toward what I do now. And I have the law office, the criminal law. We offer three main things: criminal justice navigation, which guides the community through and out of the system itself; legal research, which pretty much helps people understand the facts of a case, like statutes, regulations, and court opinions and precedents; Statutes is like a law. An ordinance is like a local law, a local rule, like a speed limit, something along that line, where it changes based on your location. The P First Association, the vocational nonprofit. The three main things we focus on: vocational training is prepares people for work. We work on email, Google Drive, Microsoft Word, communication skills, interviewing skills. We deal with mental and emotional health counseling, unlicensed. Essentially, we have conversations like these. We guide people with personal, emotional, mental, and spiritual difficulties. Just conversation and asking the right questions. And career development, which is helping the community plan and execute their life's work and purpose. And I'm going to end with a reading of the back of the book about the author. His name is Swahili and comes from East Africa and Kenya. Omari means the highest, close to God. Ajamu means he who fights for what he wants, and Ajanaku means free and wealthy people. He is a husband to Sharifa and a father of 3 children, AIYANNA, BASHIRI, and Israel. Omari was born in Chicago, Illinois, and grew up in Guthrie/Langston, Oklahoma. After attending Langston University, shout out to HBCU, he graduated from the University of Central Oklahoma in 2017 with 2 bachelor degrees, one in forensic science and the other in criminal justice, with the intention of using both with his future criminal law degree. Omari is the owner of an entertainment company, a criminal law firm, a vocational nonprofit, and a podcast. The intention is to control his intellectual property, to ensure generational wealth, and to lead by example while doing what he loves to do. And I appreciate you guys being patient. I know I stumbled over a little bit of it, maybe even butchered a few letters and words, and I'm okay with it. I'll live with it and continue to get better and develop more work and get more specific and intentional. So what I'd like to do is lead us in prayer on the way out, and I'm going to tune in with you guys next time. Bow your heads. God, thank you for this opportunity to be better, for this opportunity to be worse, and for this opportunity to be ourselves. We know that nothing is perfect. We know that we're going to continue to be what we're meant to be and what we work toward, whether progressive or regressive. And it depends on our intention. It depends on our thoughts and our consistent actions. And it depends on what we're willing to live and die for. In your name, the beneficent, the versatile. Amen.